welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to sit down and play with the newest, I'm pretty sure it's the newest. I'm a little behind on new palettes, but this is the Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette. It is still available. It's $45. It has 24 shades. They are magnetic pans, so this sucker has a little bit of weight to it, but it is quite pretty. So here it is if you haven't seen it. I'm gonna be honest, at first when it first was like launched, I was like, I'm gonna pass. I was having a moment and I was like, you know what, I really don't need it. I'm gonna pass on it. And then I saw somebody swatch it and I was like, oh, and it sucked me right in. It literally just sucked me right in. And I was like, oh, okay, since you went and did that, I guess I'll just go ahead and now I have to buy you. So I went ahead and bought it. Haven't used it yet, so obviously this is like a first impressions. I think today I really want to use this corner, like this quad here, and then I really want to play with the colors down here. There are a lot of options in here. I really like how she laid this palette out. Blend Bunny is known for having a nice layout to their palettes, so you can use them. Usually they would go from like darker to lightest, so they'd have like a really dark tone, a mid-tone, a lighter tone, and then sometimes a shimmer, whatever. Then she started mixing it up. I'm sure you just get busy doing the same thing over and over, but this palette is done in what appears to me to be like quads. So if you ever have trouble looking for ideas when you open a palette, try to look at the 4 surrounding colors. So like here, it's these 4, you could do something with these 4, you could do something with these 4, that type of thing. That usually gives you ideas on how to do a look or a place to start if you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do, like I'm overwhelmed by it. I just like the layout. It just jumps out at you. I spoke about it in the past, and typically palettes that really speak to me, those colors jump out to me. I'm like, oh, I see a look there, I see a look there, I see a look there. Sometimes I get a little, I don't want to say frustrated, but thrown off of a palette if I look at it and I don't automatically start seeing eye looks jump out at me. Then I'm kind of like, I don't know, do I really need it? So typically when I do go all in and get a palette, I'm already seeing like eye looks pop up. So anyway, these are the eye looks that popped out to me today when I opened it up, and I'm wearing blue, so I was like, oh, this will look really pretty. And then I really want to use the blues down here. So anyway, that is enough chit chat from me. You guys can see the shimmers in here. I don't know, I don't go too detailed into like swatches and all of that, because I guess I feel like by the time I'm doing the video, you guys have probably already seen like 10 other people do swatches. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to see me do swatches, then, you know, I can start adding them in or something like that. But otherwise, I don't know. Let's just get right to it. If you want to see what I do, then just keep watching. I really enjoy these Beauty Bay brushes. It was a set. They're white with the silver. I think they still have them, and I think they're on sale because I just bought another set because I do enjoy them. So I'm going to use those today. So I'm going to go in with this BB203 brush to start off. And I think, do I want to go in with the purple first? I think I'm just going to go in with the blue first, and I'm going to go in with Watery Grave. It's like this beautiful periwinkle color. Now the palette does come with a mirror in it, but me, like ding dong the last video, I had made a comment. I think I edited it out because I was like, oh, I hope I wasn't blocking the camera, and I wasn't blocking the camera. But then for like the duration of that eye look, I blocked the camera, rightfully so. I was like, what am I thinking? Like, that is such a silly mistake. So anyway, I'm gonna grab this little compact. I enjoy using this one. This is the ColourPop Pressed Powdered Cheek on the Horizon Blush. So it's a pretty blush, but I really like the mirror, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, let's get to it. I'm gonna go into this blue That is a very saturated color. It's soft. It's got a little bit of kick up, so just so you know when you pick it up. I'll tap it off. And I'm just gonna put that on. I thought I was gonna put it on. That's very pale. Oh gosh, let's see. Probably got a little overzealous, but anyway, it's better to go in light-handed than to go in all ham hands and make a mess. So it's better to just go in lighter and see what the color does, see how, you know, it blends out before you go in all heavy-handed. That is a very pretty color. Blending out nicely. I really like that. And just because I'm not sure like what I want to do out here, I know I want to use the darker color. I'm just not sure if I want to bring it up so high and bring it in. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the shimmer. Now this one looking straight on, it looks to be like a really pretty light blue with like light blue shimmers in it. But when you shift it, it turns to a pink. So I'm interested to see if this is gonna pull more pink, more of that like purpley pink on the eye rather than the blue that I'm really hoping it's going to be. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't have anything on here. I didn't wet it. I didn't put any glitter glue because I want to see what it does. That is really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and get it wet. I'm still hanging on to my Morphe Luminous setting spray. It is really pretty. I'm gonna clean that brush off and then I'm gonna go into, so you do get quite a bit of a shift. You're changing, I can see from like this angle looking in my mirror over here to the right, like at an angle I can see the pink, but then shifting or looking straight ahead, I can see the blue. So now I'm gonna go into this color here and I'm gonna put that next to that shimmer. I'm going to apply it over where that prior color is just to get a nice blend among the two. That is a pretty color as well. It's very, feels dry though. I don't, that's odd to me. Like typically when I swatch a color, see how there's like a streak within that? See like there's a little tiny streak in the swatch right there. I just stuck my finger in. I've never really had a shadow swatch like that. It feels very dry, like the shadow itself. But let's see. I mean, it's pretty. It just, it has a, I don't know. I don't know if I like that texture to it, but I'm gonna get it wet because I wonder, like it looks like a shimmery shadow. I don't believe it is a matte with shimmers in it. It might be. I mean, that'd be a lot of shimmer in a matte. I have yet to see one like that shimmery. But it just, I don't know, it just initially felt very dry. And that was a very interesting swatch. Now I'm going to go back in and get a little bit of that first color and go over top again where they meet up, because I feel like that darker color overtook the lighter color a bit, especially right where they meet up. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And I think what I wanna do is get a smaller, little fluffier, but like smaller, dense brush. And this just happens to be the Blend Bunny B1 brush. And I'm gonna pick up this dark navy blue down here. I'm gonna work that out here into that outer corner. Again, I'm gonna go in light-handed to start off because I have no idea how deep, how dark this color is going to be, and I don't want to have to work like extremely hard. To blend it out. I'm gonna bring it into the crease a bit. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush with a smidge of that color on it. And just kind of dab. I don't want to go too crazy because I feel like it's picking up some of that darker color. And I don't want to drag that darker color up any higher. Just to soften the edge, I'm going to blend it out a bit. And then I think I'm going to pick up that pooled under color, the color here, and I'm just going to put a little bit more over where that darker color went on, where the matte is. And I always go up a little bit higher because I have such hooded eyes, like all of that is going to transfer. It is really pretty. That dark blue is very saturated. It's got a lot of pigment to it. I just want to blend it out a little bit more. So I'm taking the brush that I applied it with. I had cleaned it off and we're just going to soften that. Just a smidge. Honestly, I'm not really sure what I want to do underneath. Now, I could take that lighter blue color and go underneath, but I don't really know that I want to do that. I think I'm going to go in with this light brown color. I don't know why, but lately I have been enjoying taking like a lighter neutral color under the under eye and then putting on like a brighter, more vibrant liner. So I'm going to pick up that color abduction. Let's see. And I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M506 brush. I'm going to put that all underneath. From inner corner to outer corner. I actually like how that color applied. Now for me, you know, looking at it, because I can't like unsee this palette in the quads, it's kind of set up. I feel like I would like to see something a bit lighter for the inner corner. So I think I'm gonna take this Odin's Eye, goodness, I don't even know which one this is. M013 maybe? They're in these little tiny things and the magnet is like right over the name. But I think that's M013. So I'm gonna take that on this Get Lippy. It's a Beauty Bay brush. I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna get it wet and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner of this eye. It's such a pretty color. See, it's gonna play into the color I already have on there. Cause it's that iridescent, but it's got like the purple to it. The purplish bluish shift. I'm gonna leave this like that for now because I'm not really sure what I wanna do for a liner. So we're gonna go ahead and hop over to the other eye. And then for this eye, I'm gonna follow suit just kind of how I did for this eye. So I'm gonna go in with this quad here and I'm gonna start with the lighter color and then probably the lighter shimmer, then work my way into the deeper shimmer and then the darker color for the outer. So I'm gonna go into the lighter purple. Colors are very saturated, but I'm gonna do the same thing. Just start out nice and easy and then just build it up to the depth of color. And because I don't want to drag a bunch of color down into like here, I didn't want to get it very dark and then have to work harder. So I started here and stippled color on, and now I'm putting the tip of the brush, because I've already worked some of the product off of it, I'm putting the tip of the brush into here and kind of feathering upward. That way I'm getting some color deposited onto my eye in that area, but I'm able to build it up nice and slow so I don't make it too dark in here. I'm just gonna blend it out. That's a very pretty color. I think maybe for this next one, I said I was gonna go in with the lighter shimmer and then the medium shimmer and then the outer, but I think I'm just gonna go into that darker color, tap it off, and I'm just gonna get that on the outer portion here. Like that. Because I think I'm gonna have it just like I just said, I'm gonna have it more like this rather than how I did it out here and then bringing it up and in over the shimmer. It just makes more sense to do it like this. And then I'm just gently stippling over where those two meet up. I'll pick up a little bit more. This color it's soft, so be careful of fallout. Make sure you're tapping off your brush. And where you first apply your brush, or where you first touch your brush to your face or your eye or whatever, that's where the most concentrated area is going to be initially. So I was dabbing here in the middle because then I would blend it outward. You know what I mean? Because I don't mind the center of this area being the darker area. I'll leave that like that. I feel like there's a little tiny smidge of a spot. I'm gonna go into that first color. There we go. Just covering that little spot that was like screaming at me. It was like, it's unlevel. I don't know. Now I'm gonna go into the lighter shimmer and then the medium shimmer, or darker shimmer. Since we saw how the other ones applied, I kind of want to go in with some glitter glue and just put that all over the eye and then see how those colors sit on top. So you can put a little bit of glue on your hand, you could put it on your brush. I felt like I just had way too much there, so I actually had it on the brush and then I put it on my hand. I'm gonna go from the inner corner all over the center. And then right here, kind of overlapping where that darker color is on the outer corner. And I can put a smidge there on the inner corner because I am going to put something there. If you want, you can wipe the brush off, doesn't matter. I'm going to go into that lighter color first. I'm using the opposite side of the brush. And then I'm just going to apply. And just know that where you put that color, that's where it's going to stay. That is very pretty. So I'm going to clean that brush off and I'm going to go into that next. Ooh. Ooh, this one's, ooh, I don't know. This next one, when I went to pick it up on the brush, as I move that color, it looked like it's like a brown underneath. So let's see, it might just be the purple in it. The way the light's catching it though, it looks like just dark brown. It's interesting. That looks very dark. It is definitely not as, I want to say not as light as like what I was thinking, but you can kind of see now how dark it is. I think I'm going to pick up more of that prior color, the lighter color. Tap it off, and I'm going to go a little more into this darker color. Just a smidge, get a better blend. Maybe do a little tap or two out here just to add some extra brighter shimmer and sparkle right there. But I think for now I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna clean off that first brush I used and just go over the edge a little bit just to soften it some. I feel like for this eye, I'm gonna go under with this pink color. I don't know what I'm thinking, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm very lightly gonna pick up. Ooh, that's got a, look at the pigment, that color. I'm just gonna wipe it off just a smidge. I'm gonna look down so I can open up that lid space, and I'm gonna get as close to my lower lash line as I possibly can. But just know, go in light-handed. It's easier to add more than it is to blend it out. I'm just bringing it out and feathering it up into the darker color up here, just to make it look more cohesive. That is a very pretty color. Leave that like that, clean that brush off, and then I think I want to go in with, yes, because this one has like a pinky purpley shift to it. So this is another one of the Odin's Eye. It's from the Jewel collection that they had, but this is M014. I think it says Luna. So it's this one, but it's got like a shift to it. And then here's the back. And I did put a little smidge of glue there earlier. I wonder if it's still there. I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna get it wet. Now when I do the inner corner, I try to go over a little bit where that inner corner color is, and bring it in towards the nose to open up the eye, and then bring it down just a smidge to connect with the color on the lower lash line, or the lower lid, whichever. And if you want to know, because I'm sure some of you are like, is there really a difference between those two colors? So this is the one on my left eye, and this is the one on my right eye. See the difference? There is a difference between the two. All right, well, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna finish these looks up. I'm gonna put on some liner, maybe some lashes, and do something with my lips, and I'll be okay. So here are the finished looks. I'll go ahead and close my eyes. I don't know if this helps anybody or not, but I like to show the shimmer. Okay, so I'll go ahead and zoom out and we can talk about it. Okay, so just a little side note. I think I'm out of my mascara. It is really dry. It got really clumpy down here. Do any of you guys like use a product and you're like, oh, there's just a little bit left? There's just a little bit more in there. I'm gonna use it, and then like when you do get some payoff, you're like, oh, okay, I'll save it because there's one more. There's one more. There's no more. I need to literally be done with this one. I was like, I can get it. And I know when I open a new one, I'm going to be so excited. I'm be like, haha, that's what it's like to have a new one. But I just hold on to some products because I swear there is more in this package. But anyway, it did. It like got like clumpy down here, and I was like, okay, I got to be done with that. So anyway, I used that Benefit roller lash. I was like, what? I always want to call it, this is the Bang Bang. I have that one as well, the Bang Bang lash by Benefit, but that's the roller lash, and I always like it for the lower lash line. However, I do have this little handy dandy, I believe it's a Clinique bottom lash mascara. Is this Clinique? I don't know if the writing on the bottom of these tubes is getting smaller and smaller, or if it's my eyes. But anyway, it's got the tiniest little brush. Look how cute. It's so cute. So anyway, I like use that to kind of get in there. I do like this. I don't know if I'm going to purchase a full-size one though. I'm not really sure because I have so many that I need to use. So for the eyes, hey, look, it was a toss-up. Like, look at these swatches of eyeliners on my hand. I was like, you know what? I really, 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 really wanted to go in and use this pink one, but I was like, I don't want the pink to overpower the pink under the lower lash line. So I ended up going in with my BH Cosmetics Power Pencil in Shimmer Pearl, but then I also used a bit of the LA Girl Shockwave Metallic Liner in Snowflake over top and kind of just did a little number on that with both of them. And then for the other eye, I went in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Prance, and I really like this liner. It really made the eye look pop. I do like these ColourPop liners. Some of them are really good and they stay. So I did that. I also used this Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. I don't know which one this is, but it is very dry. It dries very quickly. I don't know. I mean, I haven't used all of it in the tube because there's quite a bit of product in there, but as I was putting it on, I was like, gosh, this is getting dry, and it was like pulling my lid. So I'm not really a fan of that one. I went in with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in whatever black to just deepen the upper lash line. Golly, I'm losing it. It's getting to that point where words start getting difficult. Anyway, so I used that liner on both eyes just to deepen up before I put these lashes on. And these are the Ardell Doll Look lashes in Deer. I really like them. I've used them quite a few times. I actually have a couple packs of them. What else? Oh, and then for my lips, I went in with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in All Natural. It's just a nice beigey, lighter nude color. And then I went over that with MAC Acting Natural just to keep it nice and neutral because there's a lot going on the eyes. So anyway, there's that. That's everything I used. I actually really like the palette. I can't unsee the quads. I made that comment in there. My only thing is I feel like a palette of this size with this many colors, I feel like there needs to be something lighter for the inner corner. I mean, the colors I used, they don't look super like white now. Now they just look like they're pulling all like the blue shift and like the purpley shift. There we go. The light catches it just right. I don't mind bringing in other shadows because I have so many shadows, but I mean, if somebody's buying this and they're like, hey, I don't have a lot of other stuff, I don't know. That's the only thing I feel like is there could be one lighter shade, but obviously if they did one lighter shade, it would throw the number of the palette off and it would throw off the whole like quad idea, you know what I mean? So that's really my only gripe, and it's not even really a gripe for me because I have so many products to use. And you know, not everybody likes to put an inner corner highlight, but I'm sure everybody has some kind of powder or some kind of something that they could put on the inner corner. It's not that serious. It's not the purpose of this palette. I really feel like this palette is meant to be seen in those quads. So obviously a lighter color wasn't going to fit in here. I don't know. Let's just move on because I'm digging that hole really deep. It's the only thing. I just had to go get another color too because I just wanted to be extra. So anyway, I really like how everything applied. I'm not a huge fan of this color here, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's so dark, like underneath, like the way I don't know. I just don't know if I like personal preference prefer like the shift in that color. I don't know. But it looks good on the eye. I mean, everything applied nicely, everything blended out beautifully. So there's nothing there's nothing there to complain about. I will honestly reach for this palette and use it more often. I do like the way everything turned out. I do like the color variety in here. You can go, again, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible looks already laid out for you. And then you can mix and match. I really like this pink color underneath. I think it really went well with the purple eye. So anyway, I really don't have anything bad to say. I don't normally say bad things. I usually pick here and there. You know, do you need it? Is it a need? Probably not. I feel like if you have a large collection, you probably already have these colors somewhere. I mean, I don't think there's anything earth-shattering in this palette that would be like, hey, you absolutely need this, like this color is something I've never seen before. I don't think that's this palette, not at all. But I feel like if you like colors, you like Blend Bunny, then you're really going to enjoy this palette. And always get it on sale. Somebody has a coupon code. I'm sure I used one. And I do like their brushes, so I try to wait until they have sales. I think right now they're on a pause or like a hold from shipping because they're moving or wherever. They're doing like I think they're doing a cross-country move. I don't know if it's from like east to west coast of the United States or what. I don't know. I don't know that much information. I just saw that they are pausing their shipping right now, but you can still get on it and put in orders. Like I said, the palette is still available. It's $45. It's magnetic pans. You can pull them out and arrange them however the heck you want. For me, that doesn't work because they all have names underneath, and if you start moving things, then that's not the intended spot. My brain can't handle that, so I just don't do it. I leave the palette how it comes, so I don't particularly care about having metallic or magnetic pans. Did I say metallic earlier? I hope I didn't. If I did, oh well. I meant magnetic. I don't care about magnetic pans. So anyway, my camera's overheating, so I guess that is time for me to go. So I appreciate all of you. If you have this palette and you love it, let me know. If you have this palette and you're like, meh, didn't really need it, don't love it, let me know that too. I'm excited to hear you guys' thoughts on it. If you have used it, what kind of color combination did you use? Did you use the quads in there, or did you just make something up yourself? I'd love to know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.